Good morning, folks. AJ the CEO. It is January 20th. It is 7:56, and we are packed up and loaded and ready to head out to Mount Tabor in Doswell, Virginia. We did this install a little while ago, where we set up and put everything in place to get their sound system in place. We put some new mics. I'll do a link to that video. But that was pretty much right around, they were just ending COVID and they were coming back into the church. And we have since done some other stuff there. But today we're going to be installing faster internet for them. We're going to put a Starlink dish up, possibly. We're also going to be relocating their media booth to the back. We're going to be adding an additional PTZ camera. We're going to be setting up some access points, UniFi system, and all this other stuff. So again, my car is loaded up, so I couldn't bring my ladder with me. I do have my tall ladder with me, but today I'm going to focus on pretty much just running everything on the floor, getting everything hooked up. We're also adding some new speakers in the pulpit, some new ones in the choir, a new amp. Just want to get all the boxes out of my car, get everything set up on the floor. And again, because everything is going to be located inside the sanctuary, the only thing we really need to do is run one cable for the access point that's going to be in the fellowship hall, another one that's going to be in the sanctuary. I think we're running a cable into the pastor's office so that he'll have a TV there. But everything else is going to be there. And once I bring my ladder, then we're going to just pull those cables up off the floor that we know are working, and then just relocate them in the ceiling, and then we should be done. So let me pack up everything because we got a bunch of gear that we're taking with us. I'm going to break out the drone and get some more flying in. Oh, and that reminds me, I need to make sure I bring my license for flying. It says you're supposed to always have it on your person, so I need to make a copy of this and put it in all of my drone bags. So let's actually do that now. I'll make a copy of that, and we don't need it to be in color. We'll just do it in black and white. But that's what we got. Again, this is this is the church that is using the same board that we just installed at Bethlehem Baptist Church. Oh, also they wanted me to add some new wireless mics as well too. So a lot of work that's going to go into just the sanctuary. And when I come back, the first thing we're going to do is get them to set up an account with the Starlink, get the positioning on where it needs to be, and then we're going to mount that to the roof, run the cable into the building. Want to get as close as possible to where the rack is going to be, because we're putting up a mounted lockable rack for all of the equipment and the networking and all this other stuff. And just instead of that one router that's in the media booth, we're going to just network the entire church. So let's get loaded up and let's get to going. Alrighty, folks, we got everything inside here, and they got a very, very nice booth built out where we're going to be relocating everything. Very nice. So I'm going to have to order some more grommets so we can pass everything through here. Are y'all planning on putting drywall on this side?
No, we don't need it unless you think we do.
Nah, it doesn't. I was just wondering, because if you have it, they could run cables through the wall and don't have to make grommets. But I'll probably put grommets on here anyway.
That's what the guy was saying. That's why he didn't put the drywall up.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it's probably better for you that way.
All right. So I think that other monitor mount, remember I told you the mount that I did in the other video that didn't work? I might actually use that and mount that here, but let's go ahead. Again, that's where we set up everything at the beginning, and we're gonna relocate everything here. So the first thing we're gonna do is just move all that stuff back here. We're gonna run all the cables on the floor and get everything hooked up, and then we go from there. So we've been doing a lot of work so far. I got the sound up, let them hear the 2 speakers, and actually they blow out the ones that are there. Got the computer set up and using my phone as a tether right now just to get some audio. We're probably gonna put the networking rack up here so we can screw through in the wall to get the Starlink outside. So plus, again, I haven't been recording a lot because we've been talking a lot here. So just talking about the conference and getting youth more involved with the church and all this stuff. So been real interesting. So let's get back to work. All right, been doing a lot of work trying to assemble the rack, and I'm making sure I'm not missing some pieces. It looks like I'm missing the brackets for the inside of the rack. But what I'm trying to do right now is I was trying to find studs to put the rack mount on the wall, but I'm not getting 16 on center. It might be a little bit wider, so I might have to get a beam kind of like this and screw into this, because see, that's where the studs are based off of what they're doing, and seeing this rack is not wide enough for that. So if I not put another beam up here like that up here, I can screw into that. So need to try and finish assembling the rack and then go from there. But that's what we're doing. This is obviously going to be a part 2, but maybe I can see about drilling a hole in the wall and getting outside and seeing where the Starlink is, and maybe get them registered and have everything hooked up so we can see how it's actually working. And possibly going to talk with them about doing some more stuff as well too. So let me see. So we got clear skies here. So maybe drill through here, and we're gonna go pretty high up and put the point there. So let me get my hammer drill. We're gonna drill through here to get the hole to come out here, and we'll run the cable out here. I'm probably gonna get my masonry bit so it can be a little bit bigger. And boy, it's cold. A little bit bigger of a hole. So, and then I'll just seal it up with concrete. So we can get up outside of there. And let me find if I can put something on this side of the wall, because if that's the case, I can still run the cable and go in that way. Either way. All right, folks, so I haven't been recording that long, that much, because we've been doing a lot of stuff here. Just finished. We're getting Starlink activated right now. I got it kind of prepped in its temporary location out here. So, because we're right on the other side of this wall, so I'm gonna mount that up here. So it's already connected, just having them make the account to make everything official. Then I need to change the IP address so it can hook to the UniFi stuff. And then that's temporary, but like I said, I'll come back tomorrow, drill the hole, put the mount up high where in its permanent position. What I plan to do right now, I finished assembling the rack. The instructions were horrible, but instead of putting it here, I've already marked it off. We're going to put the rack right here, and then we'll go right through, and that'll be for the Starlink on the outside. So that's the main thing. I already hooked up the mics, all this other stuff is sounding really good. We're probably going to go with some other speakers in the front, but I need to hook up the existing one so they can see how that sounds. But like I said, I haven't really done nothing because we've been really talking here the entire time. But let's go get back to work. Okay, so we got the internet set up, and I don't know, hopefully you can see in the reflection, we are getting 411 down and 4 up. Hopefully the upload will improve, but their download originally was like maybe 1.5. So we have a massive increase on download, and then hopefully improve the upload as well too. So yay. All right, folks, so we've made some very, very, very good progress here. Playing around with the amp, got everything mounted. What I would prefer to do is maybe put another beam up under here just to give it a little bit more support. I do have a blank there. I could put that there to just wedge it. It's actually on a hook, so it's not like it's going to go anywhere, but I just want to put something else in place. Tested out the internet. We got as high as about 400 down and around 30 up, and that's going to fluctuate with that. We haven't tested the live stream, have not hooked up and rerouted the cables from the camera back here and hooked up the other one. So that's some other stuff that we're going to do tomorrow. I'll bring my ladder here. The main thing is to put the access point, the Starlink up outside in its final position, drill through the wall right there. Then mount the access point. Honestly, I'm probably just going to put the access point right up against the wall because that's going to be easier in here. And then we'll run a cable to go in the back hallway. Extend all the cables for the TVs back here to meet the HDMI splitter. Extend the cables for the congregation speakers back here, that's what that cable is on the floor. So I'll extend that, put that up in the ceiling, run it over, run another Ethernet cable for the PTZ that's going to be in the front, as well as the HDMI. So 3 HDMIs that are going to go in the back, and just based off of the sound, the hanging speakers we're not going to use anymore. So the floor ones are loud enough for the pulpit and the choir, and the house ones are going to be good for everybody else. So those other speakers, we'll just hold on to them and not return them. We'll do that for something else, refund them back for that. And then hook up everything else, test, configure. But again, the main thing is the Starlink, get that hung up, reposition all the cables inside of here. Then we have to run one Ethernet cable in the back hallway to the fellowship hall for the internet. So that access point in the ceiling is for that. Hook up all the other stuff here. We need to make another cable for the Starlink. So I need to extend that so that runs back up under here to connect to for the Starlink. Starlink is actually going to be relocated over there, so actually I don't even need to think about doing that. We have one cable, the white cable that's going here to the PoE. That's going to be ran here, hooked up into that. Run a cable directly from here for the computer, so the computer is always on. When that's done, what else? The ATEM and the joystick is hooked up. We run the cables for the PTZ, run the other one, and then so worst case is going to be like 2 more days, but tomorrow is mainly going to be getting into the wall for the Starlink, hang that outside, run the cables in the ceiling, extend the TVs, get everything else up, and then extend the speaker cables back here, mount the PTZ in the front, run the cable for that and that back, and then start cleaning up everything. So we will see y'all tomorrow.